Will you get to the finish line? That is not a question I can answer, but I can give you some insights into how to improve your odds. So let me tell you about a call that I had this week with a member of the VIP Mastermind. If you are interested in the VIP Mastermind, go over to brucewhipple.com and look for the information on what we do there. It's the best program I offer. And as part of that, we have a one-on-one, and this was during that one-on-one. But the VIP Mastermind member is in Europe, and he was saying that he's having trouble just with the amount of time that he has, and how does he get more time? And you can't get more time, obviously. We all have the same amount of time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you can change how you and control how you spend that time. So I said, okay, so let's talk about your priorities. And he's pretty specific, and he's got his why sorted out pretty well for why he wants to do business acquisition. So as I said, he's in Europe. He wants to come to the United States. He wants to work a roll-up in the United States. He's already put together his board from Europe, so he's on his way. But he said, everything seems to push stuff out of the way. And I said, okay, so what are the 4 or 5 or 6 things that you spend your time on? And he said, okay. So he said, I need to support myself and my family, so I need to do my job. I understand that. Number 2, he likes to train and wants to be an MMA fighter. Okay. Number 3, he wants to come to the United States and ultimately become a member of the Special Forces community. And he wants to work on his roll-up. Okay, so those are 4 things. Number 1, pretty inarguable, is that he's got to make sure that he does his job so that he has money to support his family. Okay, so that's number 1. But now between the MMA, the Special Forces, and coming to the United States and doing his roll-up, he can choose priorities. And to be able to come to the United States, he has to have some reason why he's going to be allowed to come and can come to the United States. And that's the roll-up. So I said, as you look at those 3 things, probably that the business acquisition, if I were you, would be number 2, because that allows me to come to the United States, which was a big goal. It allows him to potentially join the U.S. Special Forces community, and MMA, probably part of that as well. So what I said to him was, these are your choices. These are not my choices. But I would take your time and say, okay, so I know I have to work, and I know how many hours that is per day and per week. Then I know how much time I should allocate to this business acquisition. There are alternatives there. He can also look at how he would employ a VA, very cost effective if it's done in the Philippines, to help. You can get more time that way through other people. And then decide after that how much time you're going to spend on the training in the MMA. Not much you can do about joining the U.S. Special Forces from Germany at this point. So I think that opened some eyes for him as to how to prioritize. But I would suggest you go through the same process. 1, figure out what's important for you. I've talked about this before, but write your obituary. The way it is that you're on the path now, and the way that you would like that obituary to read with the path that you'd like to be on. Then 2, if you're going to pick an industry in business acquisition, which I highly advise you to do, make sure that you can be passionate and you've got a why behind it, because that will make it so much easier. Number 3, determine what it is you need to do in terms of resources, what you need to do in terms of time. Do you know what to do? There's a lot of people start this and don't. So if you want to do this, there's ways certainly you can learn it. One of the best, I think, which is probably not a surprise because I did it, was the Acquisition Advantage Bootcamp 2025 edition that I created. That will go through the steps and the templates, and you won't be saying, oh, I don't know what to do. So remember that, and then, discipline is a part of this. I work out consistently, and this morning when I woke up, I really did not want to do that. I needed to be on a treadmill, I needed to lift some weights, and I was like, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And that was that little voice that sometimes helps with procrastination. And I said, no, let me get over there and get to my gym and do it. And I did. And at the end of it, not surprisingly, I felt better, not only because I had exercised, but because I had overcome the resistance to not push forward, which was important to me. So I hope that helps. Get your priorities squared away. Determine where you want to spend your time. Eliminate distractions. Recently, I've talked a lot about that and some of the mentees that have done that and what it's done in terms of changing their availability of time and life. So I hope that helps. And if you're interested in the VIP Mastermind, look at that course, look at the group coaching if the VIP does not fit for you. And those might help you be around like people who are on the same path as you are.